Welcome to Help with Natalie Cuomo, the podcast about a girl who just can't help herself.
What's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of Help with Natalie Cuomo. I'm so excited. Today we have in studio two lovely guests, the amazing comedian Jim Florentine. How are you?
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks for being here and making her third appearance on the show, Xia Anderson.
Thank you for having me back.
Yay!
I always have so much fun.
I'm so excited to see you guys. Well, I like to just jump right into it. How are you?
I'm good. I didn't get the booster today, so I feel great.
Neither did I.
What happened is
When?
I got the booster last night because my mom just keeps scheduling vaccine appointments for me, and I keep not going, and I finally went, and I feel like shit today. I feel like brain foggy, just gross. Like I can't think straight, you know?
Yeah.
I'm sure the fourth one will make you feel better.
I don't
in a few
want.
months.
There was a woman there at CVS begging for a fourth shot. She was begging.
For she wanted another one
She
voluntarily.
She wanted another one. Her dad died of COVID, and she needed a fourth shot desperately. Then there was another white lady buying all the Black Santas. It was a crazy day at CVS yesterday.
Did you say buying all the Black Santas?
Yes.
It's January.
It was New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I like to start the show asking the best advice you ever received. Jim, do you want to go first?
Well, someone told me don't date any female comics. That was pretty good advice.
That makes sense.
Did you take it?
No, I didn't. Not in the beginning. No, but actually, when I first started, some local booker guy in New Jersey told me, you're starting off comedy. Don't be jealous of other comics. Just do your own thing. Who cares what they're doing? Who cares if you started before them? There's room for everybody. So I always remembered that.
Right.
So I never got jealous. I never gave a shit what anybody else was doing. I was like, I got to do my own thing. So I didn't care that some guy took off and I didn't, or whatever the fuck happened.
Well, and also
I said maybe it's my fault. That's the way I looked at it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes. But also, I feel like if you make friends with those people too, then a lot of the times if you're just cool with everyone, you make friends with everybody. When someone takes off, maybe you take off a little with them.
I'm not a good ass kisser, so if I didn't like the person, I wasn't going to try to be friendly with them. Then maybe get a writing job on their show. But I just never, most of the comics when I first started, they were all jealous. They were jealous of everybody. They thought they were the best. And they would just, carry that around with them all the time. I'm like, who gives a shit?
I feel like if you get a little something, people are really nasty to you. If you get a big something, people are nice to you. But it's like people are not nice if you get something, I feel.
Yeah, I don't know. When I first started, all these guys were like that. The older generation was super jealous of the younger guys coming up.
Yeah.
I don't see that now with the younger generation getting stuff and the older guys not caring. But I just never did. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what they're doing. I got to do my own thing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I never got jealous in relationships either. Maybe that's why every one of my girlfriends have cheated on me, but I just
Trying
never
to
have.
make you jealous, they're like, I'll fucking make him feel something.
Because they feel
Hold
like
on.
they always felt like I didn't care. And I'm like, it's not like I didn't care. I just trust you. So go do what you got to do. I'm not going to be fucking tracking you.
Right.
Wait a minute.
hanging out who you hang with.
Every single one of your girlfriends has cheated on you? A lot
Yeah,
of
I
them?
would say so. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Zia, have you been cheated on?
Yes. Yeah, I have. Yeah, it sucks. It's awful.
Did they tell you, or did you catch them? How does it?
I think a little of both. I probably caught some, then others told, or you found out later, or whatever. And they always thought you didn't. I felt like you didn't care.
Which is not.
Yeah. So you want me to
A
go
good
through your
argument.
phone? Does that make me care more that I went through your phone?
Yeah.
Who's texting you at 11 o'clock? Does that make me care more? No, I don't know. That means I feel like I'm insecure when I do that shit.
Well, yeah, you should never. I feel like once you start looking through your partner's phone, the relationship's over.
It's over.
Yeah, you
It's
should
over.
never do that.
I agree, and I've said that before. I completely agree, but I do feel like maybe it sounds like there could have been communication, I feel like you're not showing me enough affection or something.
Probably.
Because I can imagine being like, whatever, he wouldn't even care if I cheated. That's a very toxic way of thinking.
Yeah, or maybe I just picked the wrong women.
Yeah.
That could be it too.
That's
Yeah.
probably more
Yeah.
what it
Because
is. Yeah.
if
The
I
crazy
think,
ones,
if I thought that someone didn't care, I'd probably be like, hey, I feel like you're not showing me affection. You don't really care about me. It would suck to cheat on someone and them still not care.
Right. But that's the thing. If you cheat on someone and then they're like, hey, well, it's over, you realize that they just showed trust in you.
Right.
And then that has to suck for them because like I really trusted this person completely. I thought that they weren't going to hurt me, and then well, they did.
I was once one of like the first person to like I had like a really serious relationship with in like my heart. Oh my God. He was like, I don't want the responsibility of having to have sex with you. The only way we will stay together is if you just go fuck other people and then like I don't have to fuck you.
Was he asexual? Did you ever get to the bottom of that?
Why would he want to be in a relationship with you then?
He didn't want to, and I was like, please. It was like I was like desperate. Like it was a dark time, and I was like, please, I love you. Like, what can I do? It was like bad.
Was this like a high school relationship?
It was
college?
like fresh out of college. Like the first guy I was ever like really felt very strongly about, and I was like, please, I love you. I can't live without you. And he's like, all right, I guess the only way we can stay together is if I don't have to fuck you.
Wow.
Damn. And he wouldn't have cared if you had sex with other guys.
And I was like, all right, let me try to have sex with other guys, but I just like didn't. I mean, it's the ultimate fucking power move. I'll tell you that much.
Well, then he might have broke up with you if you did. You go, yeah, I did fuck this guy the other night. Then he go, well, I'm breaking up with you. He could have done that too. It's his easy way out.
That's a smart way of thinking. That's smart, but no. I think sometimes you're just it is an easy way out.
Yeah, because then he go, look, she cheated on me. He could tell everyone that we're not together anymore. She cheated on me.
Yeah.
And then he'll deny ever saying that to you, of course.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm gonna remember this.
Did you feel traumatized when you got cheated on, or it was just kind of like fuck that person?
No, it sucked. It was this one guy that I was a fucking idiot. It was fresh out of my first marriage. It was that guy, and he would be talking to girls that were like kind of young too. Like where I was looking at it, I was like, oh, this is actually kind of creepy. They're too young. And he was talking to them, and he would make frequent trips back home to Tennessee, and he would be like hooking up and seeing these girls. And I found out through looking at his messages on Facebook, which again, as soon as I started looking, you just get that feeling like you're like, oh, I know something's wrong. Yeah. The relationship was over, but it was very on again, off again. And I moved to San Francisco with him for like 6 months, and then he left me there. It was a toxic, shitty relationship.
He left you in San Francisco?
Yeah. We moved there together because we both got a job at this MMA gym. I used to work at, for anybody that knows who BJ Penn is, I used to work there. We're from the same town.
Did you do jujitsu?
Yeah, I did. I did jujitsu. I haven't trained. I trained a little bit since I moved here, but not as much as I would like.
Oh my God. Why don't you should do whatever it's called at Skankfest.
Wait, what, the fight thing that they have at Skankfest? I would get my ass handed to me. That's why I have a fake tooth. I got punched in the mouth and my tooth went through my lip. I had to get stitches here, and it's a cap. It sucks. Wow. That was just sparring.
Oh, I thought that was the ex-boyfriend.
He's like, this is what you get for fucking opening your mouth.
Well, that's what most of my boyfriends do. Wow. Just kidding. I'm kidding. Kind of. I'm joking.
But yeah, we both got a job. He was teaching jiu-jitsu, and I was managing the gym in San Francisco. And like after I think 3 months, he fucked off back to Tennessee and was like, "Yeah, I'm not coming back." I was like, "All right, cool." So it sucked so bad. He was horrible. But it was one of those things at the time. It really fucked me up. But looking back on it, I'm glad that I didn't stay with him. Yeah, he was not a good person.
Of course, you can't really stop anyone from what they're gonna do.
Right.
Did you get a gut feeling when the person cheated? Like, or were you like, oh, wow, I really would have had no idea?
Yeah, no, when my ex was taking a shower to go get gas, I had a feeling, and getting all dressed up.
Taking a shower to get gas, yeah.
Oh, my God. That is crazy.
Also, how quick was this guy? I'm going to go get gas. I'll be back in 20 minutes.
All of a sudden, all
that
decked out.
That is fucking nuts.
Oh, yeah, all decked out. Yeah, I just got to go get gas. I'm going to fill my truck up. I'm like, okay, great. Yeah.
I'm freaked out because, like, I don't think I've been cheated on. And that's bad because I probably have. I don't think no one's ever told me, hey, I've cheated on you.
And you've never, like, had a thought or been suspicious of anyone?
No.
That's good.
I mean, it's great.
You don't have to carry that baggage with you now.
It's great if it's real.
Yeah. Don't get in your head about it. Don't start thinking about it.
All is good. Yeah. But, yeah, I feel like...
Well, you probably picked the right men then, except for that one guy out of college.
Yeah. Well,
you probably picked the right guys that wouldn't do that.
Right. I mean, he's a good person. He just didn't like me very much. Which is fine. You just have to communicate when you don't want to be with someone. You can't be like, yeah, we'll be together, but just like, ugh, go over there.
how bizarre. We can be together, but we're not fucking. Sorry.
It's so much of that, like, oh, I don't want to be part of a club that has me as a member. Like, that's kind of like what I like talked about in therapy after that. Like, I feel like when you have low self-esteem, you don't want to be with people that like you. And I feel like that's kind of like what I experienced at that time, you know?
Yeah.
But it's all good now.
Good.
Xia, you've done the show 3 times, okay? So I've already asked you twice the best advice you've ever received. And I figure I might as well change things up a bit and ask you the worst advice you've ever received.
I think the worst advice I've ever received, and I really try to think about that, and it's kind of a tough thing, but I think one of them is never go to bed angry. I feel like that's really bad advice. I feel, because then you spend, so if you're getting into a fight with someone that you're with and you're pushing for a resolution when one isn't going to happen and you're both too upset, you're just prolonging the fight, when instead you could just be like, all right, look, we need to take a breath. Let's just go to bed and we'll talk about this when we wake up and we both cooled off. Instead of pushing it, and then you're fighting until, I've had fights until like 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, when I had to get up at 6 for work. And then you just fuck your whole day up and you've resolved nothing.
I agree. I think taking space is good.
Yeah.
I always feel like the women bring it up at like when you get to bed at like midnight. That's when they would bring it up that they're mad
Right.
about something. I go, I would always, why didn't you just bring this up like 4 hours ago when we were on the couch?
Right.
We could have settled this.
Could have talked about it before, and then you don't sleep good because you know you're fucking mad.
Of course,
you know
yeah.
they're mad at you. It's just a fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah. So, okay, you think, it's okay to go to sleep angry.
I think it's okay to go to sleep angry. I think you need to just be like, you know what, we'll talk about this tomorrow, because you know you're gonna resolve it at some point,
Right.
but you'll have at least a fucking good night's sleep,
Yeah.
and you won't be all charged and
And the longer you talk, the angrier you get.
yeah, oh yeah, especially when no one's backing down. Oh my god, can't apologize.
I know. I don't miss those days.
That is bad. That is bad advice. Don't go to sleep angry. I've gone to sleep angry before, and it's been fine. I woke up angry too, though.
Yeah. As comics,
fun.
we're always angry to begin with, so what does it matter? We go to bed angry every night.
We go to bed
Exactly.
angry, wake up
right.
angry.
Yeah.
It's fucking awful.
It's good, but it's good for your act.
Yeah,
I feel
if I
like
had one, yeah.
Jim and I, we were both recently at Uncle Vinny's, and your son, who's 11, was doing stand-up.
Yeah.
He was he was a natural. He was awesome.
And he's only been on stage like it's the second time in like 2 years he's been up.
He was
cool.
he was crushing it, Xia. So he did like an incredible Rich Voss impression. He did Rich's whole fucking act, and he did
amazing.
Jim's act. He did like the body language. He sat on the stool like Rich Voss, like this. It was
Yeah,
it was amazing.
He made fun of Joey Diaz. He made fun of me. Then he held my mannerisms on stage. He's making fun of my material. Then he did some of his material, and then we knew he might have a future as a comic. When he get off, we go, that was great. He goes, nah, it wasn't. I wasn't that good. I'm like, already he's critiquing himself. That's good.
Yeah.
That's what a good comic does.
Are you like proud of him? Are you happy that he's going to be going into the same industry?
I don't know if he is or not. He's starting to get into girls now and
Okay.
FaceTime with girls from his class.
Really?
so, yeah.
No. He's
Yeah.
FaceTiming with girls from his class?
Yeah.
Stop. You allow this behavior in your home?
Of course.
You encourage it?
Yeah, I'm like, let me see what the mom looks like. Please.
Like, is
No,
she
yeah,
single?
absolutely. Yeah, he talks to,
What does he say? Like, what do they talk about?
I don't know. I don't listen. He goes in his room. I'm like, that's fine.
Does he wow? Does he use his phone or like he has his own phone?
Yeah, he's got his own phone, or he could do it on his iPad or whatever. So
Wow. Does he have a girlfriend?
I don't know. I don't ask him because it gets all bent out of shape when you do. So
He opened for Andrew Dice Clay when he was 4.
yeah, no, when he was like 6.
4
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah,
So fucking
yeah, he's performed in front of like 500 people.
I mean, he's a fucking pro.
But the thing is, I was telling Natalie that night, I go, I don't know if I want him to have a life of loneliness, being on the road,
Right.
stuck in a hotel room for
Right.
4 days, missing a lot of events and stuff like that when you got a lot of friends, because
Right.
he's got a ton of friends and he plays. So I don't know if I want that life for him. It's up to him, but, it is. It sucks because you're stuck out there and just,
It's
you
hard.
just wait for the show that night. You just hang out in your hotel.
it's
It's not for everyone,
Right.
definitely. I don't know if it'd be for him.
it's a heartbreaking industry. Like, it's just so lonely. Everyone is not really your friend. It's sad.
yeah.
Well, just because you
entertainment
can't,
in
and you're on the road by yourself,
Yeah,
unless
you
you
are on
bring
the road
somebody
by
with
yourself.
you. But if you can't, then you're stuck in some town for 4 days off some hotel off a highway, and there's a Subway sandwich shop. It's the only place you could walk to get
true.
food, and that's it.
You're saying not even just like the people in the industry. You're saying like going on the road in general is just not very glamorous.
Well, it's not glamorous, and it's not, some people aren't built for it. So,
Right.
besides the people in the industry,
Right.
it's a lot of rejection and stuff. So,
Right.
Yeah, the rejection is something that you have to get used to because it sucks. And you can go through, that's something I've gone through with auditions and stuff like that. And you go through like 4, you get to the very last round of auditioning and then you don't get it. And
Yeah.
it's just like, holy shit, I went through, it feels like you go through all of it for nothing. You don't, but that's how it feels.
Yeah.
It does
Yeah.
suck.
Lewis gave me good advice once. He was like, you should think of every audition you don't get as something good because it's getting you closer to an audition you will get. Because
Right.
it's just probability. However, still haven't got that audition that I did get yet, and I'm kind of bummed about it.
they didn't like you when you're in the room for about 10 seconds. Like, okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that does suck.
Meanwhile, the person before you is in there for 9 minutes, and you're out in 30 seconds. You're like, all right, this is fucking.
That clearly didn't go well.
Yeah, that didn't go well.
Yeah.
That happens a lot.
Yeah.
Do you think your son would be an actor?
Probably.
Like,
I
that
think
he would like that route better?
Maybe. I don't know. You got to be real full of yourself and all that other shit, and
You think you have to be more full of yourself to be an actor or a comedian?
probably an actor.
No way.
Because comedians all kind of hate themselves
And that's
a lot of the times.
Yeah, and actors don't. Actors got
Yeah.
like a huge ego. They just think they're great, and everybody else sucks, and
Mm-hmm.
they're amazing because they can learn lines and cry on film.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
I
That's
can
that's really what you got to do. If
cry.
you can memorize those lines, and then you could fake emotion. That makes a great actor.
wow.
Suck at acting.
So a lot of my exes, they can fake emotion. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like comics are pretty narcissistic too. Like, I feel like hating yourself, you can't really hate yourself unless you love yourself, if that makes sense. Like, unless you like put yourself at that, like, unless you're focusing on yourself that much. Do you know what I'm saying?
They are.
Yeah.
They also. Obviously you're looking for attention being on stage, but I don't know. When I get off stage, I don't want any attention. I like just being in the background. I don't. I need it when I'm up there. I want people to pay attention. But
Right.
I don't crave it. I don't want to walk around people. Hopefully people recognize me.
I like when after my set, someone comes up to me and asks me like if they can cancel the nachos or something like that.
Why? Because they think you work there?
Yeah.
Has that actually happened?
Yeah.
Sucks. You're like, I don't work here.
They're like, where's the bathroom?
Well, you get that at the stand and the room upstairs. 'Cause
Right.
The door to go in is right by the bathroom.
Oh,
So you're
yeah.
hanging out. People are like, is this the bathroom? Are you online?
You're like, no, I'm about to go on stage.
Yeah, no, I just over there. Yeah.
But
That's awkward.
yeah, come up. No, I mean, I feel like, especially when you like open for someone, there's so much of like when you're standing at the door and they're like, oh, thank you. They're like they're like, you were great. Where's the bathroom? Like, I feel like there's a lot of that. You know what I'm saying?
Or you were good too.
yeah, you were good too.
You get that.
Oh, keep trying. How long you been doing this?
Oh man, that sounds terrifying.
No, I feel like it's just part of it. I think everyone it has nothing to do with anything. It's just everyone experiences that when you're
Yeah. And
When
they
you're, like,
order
coming
go,
out.
oh, that was a tough crowd for you tonight. Sorry.
yeah, or
And you thought the crowd was good.
yeah,
Like,
you
no,
thought you
were
had a
great.
good set. Oh,
Yeah.
this is resonating too hard. They're like, oh yeah, man, tough crowd, but we liked you. You're like, wait, what?
Yeah, our table was laughing. You get a lot of that.
You're like, well, or you get a DM like, oh man, too many old dudes in the audience. Wait, huh? I thought they liked me.
I heard laughing. God damn it.
What the fuck? You listen back to the tape. You're like, you know what? The audio in this room just wasn't right. I heard a lot of laughter when I was there.
How do you feel about the, like, especially in this generation with social media and all of that stuff, how do you feel about having to interact with fans that way? Is that something that you like doing, or are you just
No,
kinda-
I don't like doing
Yeah.
it. I try not to.
That's cool.
Yeah, because it's just like, it's one person's opinion.
Right.
So I'm not going to argue with the guy.
That's
So
yeah.
it's just not worth it. I don't even read comments. I just don't. I'll see a little on Instagram and that's it. But other than that, I just don't even.
I stopped reading comments.
I
too.
mean, sometimes it's good. They'd say you could get constructive criticism from it because someone could go, hey, point something out. You go, you know what, you're right. Maybe he's right. But most people aren't. So they don't know what it takes. So I just ignore it.
I feel like it makes more sense to listen to people that you trust
Yes.
to give you real constructive criticism instead of looking at it looking at comments, because half the time it's just going to be people being shitty because they can, because they're behind a keyboard.
Right, and just for your mental health to read that
Right.
shit and then carry it along the whole day. You know, it's like if your boyfriend says something really bad to you, you're like, you know, it fucks you up the rest of the day.
Right.
You know, and then you're reading some comments as somebody said, and you know, you just carry that the rest of the day. I'm like, I don't need that shit.
Someone last night, I was on the Wet Spot with Chrissy Mayer, and she had this like electronic vibrating toy thing, and they were choosing girls to go on, and they asked me to go on, and I was like, nah, I charge a lot of money for that. And someone called me a cunt for that on Twitter because
Really?
yeah, they called me a cunt for not going on the thing, and I was like, yeah, I'm not. But that isn't something that I like typically do. That's not a thing that I do. So yeah, it was just. But you can't, like, when you're on Twitter, it's hard because if they tweet it at you, I usually just mute those people afterwards because. But if you see it in your mentions,
There's a thing on
it's
Twitter
there.
where you can only see people's @ mentions if you follow them. There's a technique. So if you don't follow the person, you'll never see it.
Really?
I like that.
Yeah. I have my
Natalie's like,
Twitter
huh?
set up for that. So since if I follow you and you at me,
Then you'll see it.
then I'll
but
see
no
it.
one
But anyone else, if I don't follow them, I don't see anything.
I had no idea. It's really, honestly, I've read thousands of comments, and I can say I have not once received constructive criticism that I have taken to heart and
Right.
put into my act or my craft. I've never gained anything from reading a comment. I've never read a comment that called me pretty and then been like, I'm pretty. And but I have read a comment that's been like, you're a piece of shit, and been like, yeah. You know, so there's really nothing to gain. Like, there's just nothing to gain from.
No, I agree.
It's hard.
I agree. I stopped
just-
reading comments a long time ago because it does.
Yeah.
It just makes you feel like shit. What's the point?
Right.
Yeah, like it's better to get comments from a comic that's been doing it longer than you, give you good advice. You know, like a Lewis saying, "Hey, I think this joke would be better if it was this way or
Right.
whatever. Maybe you lost a crowd on this,
Right.
So try this next show." That's where you want the real advice.
Right. There's nothing better than like a comic you respect after a set being like, hey, like I have an idea for a tag for you, or like I want to write your entire set and you don't have to do anything. No. Or like anyone that you respect giving you advice, or even a friend. It's just much more appreciated than an unwelcome stranger on the internet.
Well, because then they always just say something like, "You're not even funny." You're like, all right.
It's been harsh
Thanks.
lately. I'm like questioning. I don't think other people live in the type of universe where people are this harsh. It's difficult to. I think I really need to step away from my phone.
It's weird because they're all about anti-bullying, everything. They'll
Yeah,
bully,
yeah,
they'll bully.
yeah.
But meanwhile, it's 10 times worse.
Yeah.
You
It
know,
is.
and that's another thing with my kid. I'm like, he's kind of sensitive, so I don't need him to read comments
Yeah.
on YouTube if he puts a stand-up up there, you suck, or anything like that. So,
Or like have a tweet. Does he have social media?
no.
Okay, good. That's good.
Yeah.
That is a good thing.
Yeah, no, he's too young for that. He doesn't need that.
Yeah.
Right.
I know. And what's
Because
he gonna post?
there's going to be one kid in his class who doesn't like him, and then they're going to just, go to whatever, your TikTok or whatever it is, and just leave comments. So,
Well, and it's amazing too because none of these people that tweet these things or comment these things would ever actually say it to your face. Like they'd never walk up to you and be like, "Hey, you fucking suck." Like very few.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
imagine. They just I feel like they're protected by being
a
behind a
screen.
screen. Yeah, and
course.
being like this anonymous account, and it's like, "All right, I'm going to fucking take to heart some asshole that has like 12 followers and
Right.
fucking keeps tweets all the time and gets nothing."
Yeah.
Like shut up.
I think
Who cares?
all the social media should disable all comments so you can't leave any messages for anyone.
What's the point?
I
in
think it would
getting
be
this
better that way.
feedback?
I know
Yeah.
people are going to be mad because, they posted a picture of their fucking food that they made and they want to see how many likes they get. But I think it's better off that they just get rid of all comments.
I think what bothers me too is that it seems like we place value on other people's content based on how it's being received. Like,
Yeah.
we're like, oh, I value this person's content because it's receiving 30,000 likes versus this person's getting 3 likes, instead of like valuing that, like actually assessing the content ourselves. And I feel like that's like why we're leaving comments on and why all these. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, and it's also exhausting when you work in entertainment because a lot of the jobs that you get or the auditions that you get or things like that are based on your social media following
Right.
and your engagement. I have applied for jobs where like you need to have at least 15,000 followers on Instagram or at least 25,000 followers on Twitter. It's like part of your resume now. And you're just like, Jesus fucking Christ, this doesn't show how talented I am at all. Why are we using this as a barometer to get hired for anything?
Yeah, or like if you spend a lot of time on your phone and then you like kind of come back into reality and you're like, okay, this is my life. Like I don't live in my phone.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
this is my life. Like I don't know. I kind of also starting to stream on Twitch. So I've been I just started streaming on Twitch like this week. Yay. And I feel like I've just been doing maybe like 2-hour streams a day. Mm-hmm. But it's been a lot. I think maybe it's been kind of like an overload for me because I'm really bad at video games. So I'm like doing this thing that I'm really bad at. There aren't that many people watching. And it just kind of feels like I have fun doing it. But I also am feeling like I'm spending a lot of time every day doing something that I'm really bad at. And it's kind of feeling icky.
I also think with streaming on Twitch, what a lot of people don't realize is that it can be fun, but it can also be really draining.
Yes.
Because you're giving yourself a lot of yourself away, and you have to be on, and you have to try to be entertaining, and multitasking by reading comments and trying to talk about the game that you're playing while you're playing the game. It is a lot more goes into it, I think, than some people realize.
Yeah, and like the setup is really confusing. I feel like nobody has helped me with the setup, and everyone keeps saying that they're going to, and it's really frustrating to like try to figure it out myself. It keeps crashing, and it's just like I just start feeling like I'm not. It's like, I can't figure out the setup. I can't figure out the game. And then I just start being hard on myself about Twitch. And it's like, it's just really, it's a frustrating.
Definitely take it easy on yourself because it's a learning curve. And you've only been doing it for a week. What kind of capture card are you using, by the way?
HD 60S Plus or something.
If you can, I would recommend maybe looking into the Elgato
that's
capture
what I have.
card.
That's
it is.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Elgato H60S something.
Right. That's usually a really good capture
Your
card.
Twitch setup is so fucking good.
It took me 2 years to get there.
I know.
It really did. Like, it does take a while.
Yeah, it's amazing though.
Thank you.
So I'm like, oh my God, should I just give up on Twitch? Like, this is stupid. I'm just playing fucking video games for 20 people that don't even like me. This is crazy.
Oh, they leave like nasty comments when you're playing?
No, I mean, the 20 people like me, but
right.
I'm stuck at the game, and it's sad.
You'll get better the more you play.
I mean, I'm playing Animal Crossing. I'm playing like a game for 6-year-olds.
Everybody loves Animal Crossing, and I watch a streamer who is a 36-year-old male, my favorite streamer, play hours of Animal Crossing.
Are you supposed to talk while you play? Are you supposed to talk about the game? Like, what the fuck am I supposed to say? I'm like, oh, I'm like so bad at like catching a butterfly. Like I spent so long trying to catch like this present with like a thing today, and I failed at it. I was so mad at myself that I'm so bad at this game for 6-year-olds.
No, don't feel bad about it. Don't feel bad about it at all.
Your son would beat me in every single fucking game I'm playing.
Do you ever play anything with your son?
No. He plays, he plays stuff on his game. I was never in the video game, so I didn't really play too much, so.
It's to the point where I've been winning in Fortnite, and yeah, Dylan said he's questioning Fortnite. He's questioning questioning Fortnite as a game, as an entire game. He's questioning the game because I suck so much and I've been winning.
You've been winning because you've been playing more and you're getting better at it. Quiet down, Dylan.
I love Dylan, but I do suck at video games. So yeah, it's I don't know what did you do when you started streaming on Twitch? Like, how did you start your like schedule?
I just picked days that I was going to stream, days and times, and then I tried to stick to that. I tried to just be consistent. And even now I only stream 3 days a week because because I do other stuff. I have 3.
And how long are the streams?
Like 2 to 3 hours.
That's it?
Yeah. Because I was doing the same thing. I was overloading myself and it was too much.
It's Lewis, like I tell you this, he like wakes up 2 minutes after he's awake, he starts his timer and he's like on Twitch. It's crazy.
Yeah, guys can do that. Girls have to get ready. We
I'm
have
just
shit
like,
to do.
Yeah, that's what. So he's on there playing video games, Lois, right when he wakes up.
Yeah.
We have to like do our hair and stuff.
Yeah.
We can't just go online.
And then
guys would never let us get away with that.
I do sometimes that I'm like, I look like shit and I'm playing this fucking video game. I just got the booster. I'm not in a good mood.
The poor Natalie, I feel like the booster has just thrown her whole week into chaos. She's like, God damn it.
When I got the second Moderna shot, I did the most embarrassing thing ever, you guys. When I got the second Moderna shot, I don't even want to say this. I accidentally texted someone about their own astrology sign. Like, I accidentally texted them. I'm making eye contact with Paul right now. He's laughing.
Is it Paul?
No, it's not.
Okay.
I texted them about their own astrology sign. I was like, oh my God, they're a Pisces. Can you believe it? And like I wrote their birthday and I was like, oh my God, that explains so much. And I like wrote their astrology and then I realized I had sent it to them.
Did they say anything?
They were like, what? And I was like, oh my God.
Oh no.
The vaccine get you drunk?
Yeah. Doesn't get you drunk?
No. I didn't text anybody about their astrology sign.
What's your sign, Paul? You're a Capricorn.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your sign, Jim?
I'm born in August, so I don't know.
You're a
I don't
Leo.
follow that shit, yeah.
You're either a Leo or an Aquarius. Which one?
18th.
You're a Leo.
My kid's born the same day.
You
so
must
both
be a
got
Leo.
the
You're a
same.
comedian.
You both have the same
I have to
birthday?
look
Yeah.
it up. What's your sign, Zia? You have the same birthday as your kid?
And he was born 6 weeks early on my
Holy
birthday.
shit.
Wait.
Yeah.
Was that like the best birthday present ever for you?
Phenomenal.
Right?
And then I don't have to worry about a birthday anymore because it's his. You know,
Yeah.
I'm
Guys.
not really into birthdays anyway, so. Yeah.
I don't mean to be like, what's your sign?
February 1st?
You're a Pisces.
Okay.
Or no?
I don't know. Pisces, Aquarius? I think I might be an Aquarius. I'm really bad
How
with
come
that
guys
stuff
don't
now,
follow
so-
this stuff?
Because guys are fucking dumb.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
I
So
must
just
be
because
dumb.
I was, born in August,
I don't know. I don't know
Aquarius.
anything about
But
astrology.
can I say
never got
something?
into it.
There is a reason, okay, that there are a large amount of comedians that are Leos, Aries, and Sagittariuses. There are a lot of them. Look around.
what is, I don't know what's such.
They're fire signs, okay?
What is
And-
that, January?
What does that
no,
mean?
it's just a specific sign that a lot of comedians happen to be.
What does a fire sign mean?
Fire
What is
sign,
that?
it's like you are very passionate, you like attention, you're creative. Everyone, it's Paul agrees. He's nodding his head in agreement. He's my best friend, really. Paul agrees. And Paul, the thing about Paul is that he's a Capricorn, and you know what it is about Capricorns? They're hard workers. And look at him right now.
Working
So
hard.
other signs aren't hard workers?
I mean, look at us. We're just yapping away while he's sitting at a desk.
You were on Twitch this morning after you got your booster. I think you're a hard worker.
Yeah, actually, that totally counts.
Playing
Yeah.
a game for 6-year-olds.
But you still did it. I didn't do shit when I got my second shot. I passed the fuck out for like 13 hours.
Yeah, I was out for like 48 hours after
Really?
the second one. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was gnarly, actually.
Yeah.
I also made
Have you ever dated a guy just because of his sign, or you saw when he was born, and you're like, I don't get along with this?
well, the way you know if I like someone is if I've already looked up their sign.
What sign is Lewis?
He's an Aries.
Is that like a good compatible with your sign?
Yeah, it is compatible. It's interesting because he does have a history of being with fire signs, and I'm a fire sign.
So if Lewis was the wrong sign, you might not have dated
No,
him?
I would still date him. We wouldn't like match up if he was a different sign. We just wouldn't be compatible. There are certain signs that we just don't vibe. It just happens that way.
You sure that's
It's not on purpose. It's not on purpose. It just
But it could be in
happens.
your head, though, too.
It's not in my head because a lot of times I'll ask people afterwards too, and I'll be like, wow, that makes so much sense.
So, all right, the guy that blew you off in college said, go fuck other dudes. You remember what sign he was?
Capricorn. Fuck you, Paul.
So you don't get along with Capricorns,
I get along with Capricorns. I think
but
he's
not to date them.
I don't think that I should date a Capricorn. I think they might be too work oriented.
Was this guy really work oriented?
He was.
Okay.
Yeah, he was working on dudes. He said, Natalie, go fuck those dudes over there.
He was like-
I'll work on some dudes. I don't want to fuck you.
Maybe he was also gay and he was also working on dudes on his
That's
own
true.
side.
No,
That's why
he's a
he
good
didn't
guy.
wanna-
He's a good guy. He just didn't like me. It's not his fault.
It's kind of his fault for
He
saying
was a
yes.
Capricorn, that's why.
Right,
He was
right.
a
You know what I mean? If
Capricorn.
he was a Taurus, it would have been different. He would have fell in love with her.
Yes, Lord knows what the rest of his chart was. Lord knows where his Chiron was.
I know.
I
Imagine.
don't even know what that is. What is a Chiron?
Chiron is your childhood trauma.
Look, imagine if he was a Leo, they'd be married right now.
Right.
So
Things
he
would have
was
worked
lucky
out.
he was a Capricorn.
We're lucky here. My whole life course would be different. So, whew,
Dodged a bullet there.
thank God he was a Capricorn. You learn a lot. You learn a lot about people based on their signs. Actually, I have this book. It's called The Birthday Book. And the best thing is I even brought it on my Twitch. Okay, the birthday book is every page is a different birthday, and it's like a whole page about your personality based on your birthday. I even read, like, there are certain people that come on my Twitch every time, so one of them, I read her birthday. It wasn't interesting to people, but I love the birthday book. So I showed this girl her page in the birthday book, like one of my friends, and the whole page was like, your childhood was fucked, like you've had a hard time. And she looked at it and she's like, wow, this is a lot. Anyway, the birthday book it's really accurate and good.
There it is.
Yeah, no, that's not it.
Oh, that's not it?
No, it's not the birthday book. Paul, you must pull up the
It's
proper
another birthday book.
Birthday book.
You must pull up the proper birthday book.
I wanna know what
It's
my
important.
birthday
Who
says.
wrote it?
Pull up birthday astrology book, and I'll point to the cover. This booster is making me slightly unhinged.
So if my son was born August 21st instead of the 18th, he'd be different.
Well,
Or if he was born on when's the next sign start?
if a butterfly flaps its wings, Jim,
August
If a
26th. So
butterfly
he'd be the other
flaps
one,
its
whatever the
wings.
next one is.
Yeah, on the
he'd
cusp.
be an Aquarius, not an Aquarius,
Leo?
no,
Pisces?
no, what's the Virgo?
So he'd be a lot different.
Oh, my sister's a
8 days
Virgo.
later, he'd be a lot different person.
Yeah, because all the things happening in his life would be different. You know, you might have used a different blanket to wrap him. You might have brought him home on a different day. You might have had a C-section instead of being pushed out regular. You don't know.
So even if he had a C-section, if he was a C-section, what was the difference? So then he's going to have a shitty personality? Yeah.
He might not have that.
You know what I mean? Shy. Like,
Jim,
why are you shy?
He might be shy. He might be shy.
C-section.
He might be. No, can I tell you? He has that personality. He's like he is a Leo. He shines. He loves to perform. Okay. If he had that, that Virgo birthday,
Right.
he might be in the corner organizing things. He might have a very serious case of OCD.
You know what? My sister does organize a lot.
Yeah. So
And maybe it was all the
and
math,
that one,
but
yes, the third one. That's it. Oh my God, this book.
Secret Language of Birthdays.
So funny story is this book is amazing. I've had it for years. It got ruined in a flood, and Beatrice actually got it for me, Lewis's ex, for Christmas. She got me a new copy, and it's the best gift that I got for Christmas.
this isn't the one that told you all about his sign.
No. No. I think Lewis has a knack for dating chicks that like astrology.
It seems like it. It seems like all of them. That's like 3 now.
So what did it say about Lewis's birthday in the book?
Oh my God! It said that.
Was it right, though, that he confirm it? Go, you know what?
Yeah,
this-
he did. He said, that's true. That's true. Okay. Yeah, that's true. It said that he doesn't know how to have a good time and that he's always. It's true. And that he's always working. Like, he doesn't know how to have fun. Paul, you can confirm. Like, even his hobbies could be misconstrued as work.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, he is. Yeah, you're right. I guess
he's
the
a workaholic.
fights that he's doing. That's also still for work.
Everything.
It's all of his training.
He loves to work. He's a working man. But, yeah. Yep. So,
I'm learning so much.
it's the birthday book. It's the unhinged episode.
Yeah, but how would my son have the same childhood as if I had childhood trauma? How is he having the same?
Well, so here's what's interesting too, Jim. You were born in different years, so your rising sign and your moon sign are going to be different than your son's. So your whole entire chart is going to be different.
Oh, really? Because I was born a different year.
Mm-hmm.
So the year makes a difference, too.
The year, the place, the time. Even if you're twins, you're born 30 seconds, 2 minutes apart. You put that in, it's going to change everything. The thing that's very sad is that my parents don't know what time I was born. So
It's not on your birth certificate?
no, so I'll never know.
What happened? Huh. Do you have your certificate of live birth? Interesting.
So, yeah,
So you'll never know.
I'll never know.
You'll never have your full chart.
Actually, so then my next two so I dated that guy, and then my next two boyfriends, their birthdays were 2 days apart.
Do you date guys with the same birthdays roughly, like around?
Not on purpose. Imagine I only dated people that were like born on April 1st or something.
I don't know. So do you ask, though, when's your birthday when you first meet a guy?
No, I ask on Hinge or Tinder before we meet.
Before you meet, you'll ask him?
Yeah.
Do you do a full workup before you meet up with them?
I'm not going to waste my time if you're not someone I'm compatible with.
But what if it's someone who's like a sign that you're not necessarily compatible with, but you like a lot of the same things, you
Yeah.
have a lot of similar interests, you'd get along.
There's never once that I've been like really in a groove with someone and then I've been like, what's your sign? And they've told me and it's been a sign that I am not compatible with. Like it's never
So, all right, how's your relationship history been so far in your life?
terrible.
So maybe it's not working,
Fine.
right? I'm just saying,
very
maybe it's
quick.
not.
But maybe that means I should go for the opposite signs. Maybe that's just what that means. Maybe it is about the sign, but I'm going for the wrong ones.
So the guy has to be born in that month.
Maybe they
but
have to.
it's-
I should go for Tauruses. I should go for Aquariuses.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You should try that as an experiment. Well, I mean, you're with someone now, so I guess not now.
Oh,
but-
right. Well,
Dang it, Lewis.
dang.
Get in the way of experimenting.
Well, you seem to get along with Lewis.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so then everything's good.
Yippee. I just like astrology, and I think it gets a bad rap because of pop astrology, you know? Wow, guys, the judgment is.
I'm
really
not.
intense.
I'm
Well,
sorry. I
text
never
me
got
later.
into it.
Look up my birthday and text me later, and I'll tell you.
Yeah, I want to
if it was
know.
right or
I will
not.
text
what my birthday
yes,
is.
yes.
now.
And then I want to know about my kid because my kid's not really like me.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, and
both
we're both
born
born
on
on the same
different
day.
days.
Oh, different
I mean,
years.
different years. You get to know a lot about a person. What's Nick's birthday?
March 3rd.
Oh,
that?
he's bad.
Is that bad?
He doesn't.
No,
know, he doesn't know how to organize.
No.
Nick. He's a Pisces. He's
doesn't work that
emotional.
much.
He's sweet. He's sensitive. He's a little gullible.
That sounds like my son born on August 18th.
I was gonna say, yeah,
Got the
that's
same
not.
traits.
I feel like Nick is.
He's handsome. He doesn't take too long in the bathroom. He does the dishes.
That sounds like
He
my
does
son
do
too.
the dishes. Oh look. Maybe he's a Pisces rising sign.
Yeah, maybe.
That's the thing, right? Like
It's
the rising
fun.
sign is like you could be
rising.
Aquarius, Pisces rising, like that kind of thing.
Yes.
Okay.
yes.
That I've heard before.
And then don't get me started with like the houses and all of that stuff.
there are houses?
There's houses
like Gryffindor and Hufflepuff? I'm
yeah,
sorry.
just like that. We recently got up to the chapter in Harry Potter where we learned about Quidditch.
Wait. Are you guys reading the first book
We are.
with Lewis's son? Mm-hmm. Oh my God, that's so exciting. Mm-hmm. Does he love it so far?
He does love it. He does love it.
Are you reading it out loud to him?
Yes.
Have
Has-
you read them before?
No.
Has he read the birthday book yet?
He
Where's the
has.
son?
He has. And he has. To be fair, his mom showed it to him. And then there's one at his mom's and one at ours.
Yeah,
he
Lewis likes
he
those.
literally, I swear, he asked if we could read the birthday book instead of Harry Potter the other night.
Wow.
It seems more interesting than Harry Potter.
is!
I would
Oh,
say
no.
I would be more interested in the birthday book.
Well, now I'm leaving.
Do you know what was so sweet?
Wait, let me ask something. Are your parents still together?
No.
All right, I don't know.
Of
I don't know.
cour- no, they're
because
not.
I was curious to see if what signs they were, if it worked that long.
Oh, okay. Libra and Cancer. I'm going to say, maybe it'll work out for others, but
But not them.
not them.
Would you have warned your mom if you were around then? Mom, he's a Cancer. It's not going to work out.
Well, she's the Cancer,
Oh, okay.
but he's also the Cancer. Just kidding.
How long were they together before they split up?
They were, oh my God, they were together for a very long time. So they were together for 7 years. Then they had me. Then they split. They when I was in fifth grade, they were like, okay, we don't want to be together anymore, but we're still going to live together.
Okay.
But we're not going to tell Natalie that we're not together, but we're just going to live together. So they were like, oh, yeah, we're just going to tell Natalie that you sleep on the couch because you snore really loud. So we all lived together till I was in high school in this little apartment. But they did
nice.
wind up telling me when I was in 7th grade. But it was not I would say a Libra and a Cancer. They're probably not the best match.
So it was kind of doomed from the start. But they made you. So
I think I ruined the relationship, though. They had 7 perfect years together. They even lived in China, for 6 months. They speak fluent Mandarin,
Whoa, that's freaking cool.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, they had cool fucking lives. They said they peed and pooped in holes. They ate chickens. They taught classes. They learned so much. They made so many friends. They had fucking fun.
So you're saying you ruined it?
Seems to be the only answer.
Well, look, when a kid comes in the mix, then all of a sudden everything changes. You're not
Right.
traveling. You're not doing whatever the hell you want. And there's chaos in the house. And there's everyone's sleep
baby,
deprived and
yeah.
everything else. And hormones are all over the place. So,
It's it's not good.
Or it could also just be that sometimes not all relationships are meant to be forever. And I don't necessarily think it means that it wasn't a successful relationship. It seems like they had a lot of successful years and they have a daughter
Yeah.
that they love very much. And it
Yeah.
was, I think this whole idea of people meeting someone and falling in love and being with them forever is not a very realistic way to view the world. As much as we would like, as much as I would like to I go into
Right.
relationships thinking I would love this to be a long-term thing like that. But it's a lot to expect to be with one person for 70 years or 50 years. It's
So
a long
hard.
time.
For me, when I'm in a relationship and I feel really in love with someone, it's so hard for me to not want to think I'm going to be with them forever because that feeling of being in love is so vulnerable and so uncomfortable. You're like, oh my God, if I got heartbroken by this person, this would suck so much.
Yeah, but I also think that I don't think there's anything wrong with going into a relationship thinking that this is it or like we're going to spend
Right.
forever together. Sometimes they just sort of run its course and you get to a point
Yeah.
where you can walk away and be like, oh, I'm glad we were in that relationship, but
Right.
it's not serving us anymore.
Right.
You just don't know.
You're gonna get. I look at it like you get a pet. Eventually, it's gonna die, but you enjoy the years when it's around. It's gonna suck when
yeah.
it dies,
That's true.
and it's gonna die year 9 to
good.
13,
It's gonna be sad.
and it's gonna suck. But you enjoy. You had it for 9 or 13 years, so that's
then
how I
you
look
get a
at a
new pet.
relationship.
Wait, 9 or 13?
Somewhere around when a dog
Yeah.
usually dies. Somewhere like
9? That's
Some-
very young for a dog.
it depends. Some of the breeds.
The big ones die younger.
Yeah, die
big
younger.
dogs.
So yeah, you look at it like that. It's like a pet. Eventually, it's gonna.
A reason, a season, or a lifetime.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you know.
Damn, it's sad. I think dating is like exhausting,
It can be.
but I don't know. Not if the astrology pairs up right. Not if you are astrologically compatible.
I think you just
do your
need to be
research.
compatible in things that you like. That's the thing.
I
I don't
think
even
that's
know
really
about
important.
the signs.
If you both like astrology, then it will work out.
Well, the chance of finding a guy that likes astrology is very rare.
I think that's why I never got into it because my mom died when I was so young. So I was raised by my dad.
Right.
And there are a lot of like girl things that I just missed out on because
Yeah.
I didn't have like a female figure in my life that was like that to like, here, I'm going to teach you about this stuff. So I don't know. I feel like there's some stuff that I missed out on.
Yeah.
That kind of bums me out a little bit too. Like I'm looking back on it and like, oh, I didn't, no one taught me how to do this or taught me how to put makeup on. I
I
had
feel
to
like you're so good at girly
to
things.
learn
Like your
now.
hair and makeup look so good all the time.
Thank you. I'm getting so much better.
Yeah, like your hair's always perfect.
about
Because
it.
she's a Taurus. They don't have
Right.
to do their makeup.
That's true.
I
She's
read-
not a
Natural's at it.
Taurus. She's an Aquarius, but yeah, they are.
Aquarius is
they
good.
are very creative.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
They are
Creative
very
makeup. I see
creative,
it. Say
yeah.
they go.
And
Thank you.
expressive.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
So
I feel so good now.
Yeah.
you know.
So if I'm a Capricorn, who should I be going for?
Let me see. Okay, I gotta think
I'm gonna
about
find
this.
Paula girlfriend. You see, now you need to when you do go on like the dating apps and stuff, you have to put that you're a Capricorn and you're looking for whatever sign.
Been wasting so much time.
You
like,
can
asking
on
them
Bumble.
about
You can put
themselves
your
and stuff.
sign.
That's what
Okay,
you have to
Taurus,
do.
Virgo, Scorpio, and Pisces. Apparently,
When were they
Taurus,
born?
Scorpio, and Pisces.
when were they born? Virgo would be right after Leo, so it's interesting. So that'd be like August, September. Taurus, it's so interesting. Not to anyone else other than I.
Well, my last 2 girlfriends were in June.
Really? See?
Yeah.
You have a
What's that?
trend. Everyone's pretending I'm full of shit. Both of your last 2 girlfriends had the same birthday.
What's
Not the
you know
same
what
birthday,
June
but in the
is?
same
June.
month.
June. They were Cancers.
Cancer.
Leo and Cancer is very compatible because they're kind of soft, emotional, mothery, nurturing. And then you're kind of like Leo, center of attention, fiery. Makes sense. It goes together.
How come it didn't work out then?
Well, because you guys.
It ran its course.
She cheated. She cheated. She was a cheating bitch.
Did both of your last 2 girlfriends cheat too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn. What is wrong with these people?
No, whatever. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I guess. But God, I just feel like if you
But
don't
you know,
wanna
also when
be-
you're not around and when you're working and you're away a lot, that doesn't help.
I
It's
guess
not-
that would be hard to be in a relationship with someone who's gone all the time.
right. If someone works 9 to 5 and then you have to work on the weekends and that's when their downtime is.
Right.
So I get it.
But do you get it, or is it just a selfish, shitty thing to do when you could have just been like, "Hey, this isn't working out for me. I want to see." Other
I'd rather
people."
do that. So that's what I would do. I just unless
Right?
this isn't working out.
Yeah,
so.
just say it.
Yeah.
It's just instead of hurting the other person, that's a shitty thing to do.
Do you think it's harder to break up with someone or be broken up with?
It's harder,
I think it'd be broken up with.
I think, to break up with someone. I hate it.
Wow, guys, state your arguments.
No, I'd rather it sucks because you don't even see it coming. It just comes out of nowhere. And those suck. Those hurt.
Yeah. Especially when you think everything's fine. You're
Yeah.
like, things are great. I
Yeah.
love this person.
Yeah.
You're just like, bam.
Yeah. But you think it's worse to break up with someone.
Yeah, I don't like confrontation. So I think that's the biggest thing. I don't like confrontation, and I feel uncomfortable when I have to hurt someone or like be shitty.
Right.
It makes me feel really bad. Like I would rather someone be like, I don't want to be with you anymore, than me have to be like, hey, I don't want to be with you anymore.
Yeah, that sounds like an attitude of someone born on March 3rd.
Yeah.
You know.
It sounds I feel like people say that. They're like, "Oh, I don't want to be the one to break up with like oh, it sucks breaking up with you, blah blah blah." But it's like Get out of here. It sucks being broken up with. I mean, let's be real.
It does
It
suck.
sucks. Like when you love someone, you have that feeling. You're like, I just don't want this feeling anymore of heartbreak. And you're just like, I just don't want this feeling anymore. There's nothing worse than that.
One good thing is you lose a lot of weight.
You do.
Yes. It is the best.
So much weight. You fucking
Yeah.
breakup body is sexy as fuck.
It's true. And then as soon as you're in love again, every goddamn time, pudge up.
Breakup body
Bullshit.
is fucking. Mwah.
It's amazing, though. You would think that you could do that, not eat, when you're in a relationship, when you're trying to lose weight. No, but when you break up, it comes right off. It's great.
It's that and anxiety. Those are the two things. Anytime I get really skinny, chances are my anxiety is really bad. I just can't eat anymore.
Right?
Yeah.
Like if I'm skinny, I'm not okay.
Yep. That's when things are the worst. When people are like, you look great. I'm like, thanks. I've had 4 panic attacks today.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. Ugh.
I agree. All right, you guys. Well, this has been chaotic and fun. Where can people find you? Jim, do you want to go first?
I have a new comedy special out called Bite the Bullet. It's on YouTube, my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jim Florentine Comedy.
Awesome. What about you, Zia?
I know what I'm watching later. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Zia_land. It's XIA_land. Same thing on YouTube, Twitch, and OnlyFans, Zealand, XIALAND. Find me at all those places.
Yay. And as always, you can find me on Instagram at Natalie Cuomo_, Twitter and TikTok at Natalie Cuomo. You can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Natalie Cuomo, YouTube, youtube.com/Natalie Cuomo. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Help with Natalie Cuomo. Tune in next week for another episode. Find us on social media at Help with Natalie.